And now it's time for today's daily forecast with EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martridge.
Hey, good morning to you. This is the Labor Day edition of the Daily Forecast video for September 3rd, 2018, and we're going to have a partly cloudy day today, and a very good day to be outside for the holiday. We'll be, like it normally is on Labor Day, very hot and humid. We have another ridge building back into the region, and this will continue for the next several days. But we're going to start building it in today, so many areas get to 90 degrees in the central and southern regions, and we will have mid to upper 80s further north across the northern tier of our coverage area. And that's the only area we really see any activity today as far as thunderstorms. Most areas should remain dry. Here's a look at 5 o'clock on the high-res future simulated radar. This is the NAM, and starting this off at 5 o'clock, you can see across the northern tier some activity getting going. Our coverage area starts right about here, so this is getting close at 5 o'clock, and it moves further eastward, and it kind of falls apart after that. Here's 7, here's 8, here's 9. You can see it's falling apart because we're losing diurnal heating at this point, so maybe the far northwestern portions of our coverage area get into a late-day shower or thunderstorm, and that should be it. This should wrap up, though, in the late evening, so most of the day, even if it does come here, and you have you're up here in Williamsport saying, uh-oh, are we getting storms today? Well, kind of late in the day, so if you have any outdoor activities scheduled, any picnics and parties or what have you, you should have most of the day dry and unscathed, so not going to really be too big of a deal even there. But elsewhere, we're dry, and it's going to be hot and humid, and again, temperatures approaching the 90-degree mark, if not exceeding in some locations. So we go forward from this point, we get to Tuesday, ridge is firmly entrenched across the area, and we'll have temperatures going up, much like last Tuesday. Probably the hottest day of this entire heat wave coming up. It should last 3 or 4 days, again, much like last week. And we have, I keep saying much like last week because this entire 7-day forecast period, it looks like it's gonna play out almost precisely to what we saw last week. I just don't want to get anybody excited there because we have some areas in across Lancaster, Lebanon, places like that got hit and hammered pretty hard. With very heavy rain. We'll get to that in a second. So here's Tuesday. Tuesday we're dry and nothing to worry about here. Same thing here for Wednesday. Again, hot and humid. Temperatures in the 90s here, folks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday too. Now, late in the day on Thursday, you could have an isolated thunderstorm, mainly across the northern tier. May get down to the central regions. I don't think it gets further south than that. This is with a cold front move pushing off to the south. Again, we had that same situation last week with a cold front pushing off to the south. And just like last week, guess what? This front's going to get hung up a little bit. So Friday, we have scattered showers and thunderstorms that are expected across the region. We're going to keep an eye on this because we did take us by surprise last week. The models failed in the estimations of how much rainfall we were going to get. I want to see what happens when we get the shorter range guidance in this time, and if it's very aggressive like it was last time. We might put a little bit more weight on it this time because it's a very similar and familiar pattern from what we had last week. So I don't want to get anybody excited about what's going to happen here on Friday with the showers and thunderstorms. It could just be routine and no big deal, but we'll take a look at that when we go throughout the week and narrow that down once we get a little bit closer and can figure out what we're dealing with. But right now, we're listing scattered showers and thunderstorms here on Friday, mostly cloudy skies and cooler, obviously, because we have the front in the vicinity. And then once we get to Saturday, front is just to the south, stalled, just like it was this week, and you have the opportunity for scattered showers in the interior, but it looks like it's going to favor areas further south again. Okay, and then we get to Sunday, and just like this Sunday, wow, almost identical. High pressure over New England right here and nosing down to the south and west, so it's going to give a little dry wedge in here and should dry us out for Sunday. Now the GFS is a little bit different with this outlook and has scattered showers here on Sunday, so Sunday's still a toss-up. We'll say right now, in this range, when we go to the 7-day forecast window, usually favor the European model, what it's showing, until proven otherwise, and right now it looks like the European model wants to keep things dry in our region on Sunday. But that was the case what happened this week. So if this happens exactly what happened last week, which would be remarkable, at least it's going to start out that way. If this ends up happening the same manner that we had with the same situation where we had this week compared to last week, and Sunday ends up being a drier day, it'll be very similar to what it was yesterday. So it would not surprise me at all, but we're just going to have to wait and see how this is going to play out for the end of the week with this frontal boundary and how quickly it moves through, and also how heavy the convection will be with that. So we'll narrow that down when we get a little bit closer in the future videos this week. But right now, that's your outlook for Labor Day, and hope you have a great day and have a safe one. Take care.